Hey there everyone, this is Chaotic Teal, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. Last time, we got the fire element, and we also did some cleanup around the area, and shenaniganized the heck out of the figurine gallery? It's not really a store. We did a little trolling. A little tomfoolery, if you will. Also, it turns out that re-downloading 300 gigabytes of games takes a little bit. So the reason I didn't stream on Saturday is that I was busy getting the Switch OLED that I picked up set up, and it took until noon today. So that was a thing, because you can't transfer over the data from a different console. So I've confirmed that everything's working. Welcome to my first stream from a Switch OLED. But yeah, that was an ordeal. Anyway, only 2 elements remain. They must be in the places marked on your map by the Minish Elder. Why don't we take another look at that map? If memory serves me correctly, there should be a markout on the westernmost edge of Castor Wilds. Also, if I have voices incorrect, I apologize. It's been a week, I've slept since then, and I have not slept enough. As per usual. I believe that if we go back to the figurine gallery, and I am going to test this, because we have now finished the Cave of Flames, oh, hello again. I was hoping you'd come back. I made a new figurine and I thought you might like to try to get it. Okay, so we have a 5% chance of getting a new figurine. I'm not actually sure which figurines are available now. Interesting, that didn't... Okay, that changed it. That might have changed it to the same thing. Yep. So we determined last time, in case you missed it, that rolling advances the random number generation. So, if we back up and roll a couple of times, we should keep getting different figures. Case in point. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to spend the whole time doing this again. I'm going to go until I get one new figure, and then we'll actually do anything relevant. Let's just give ourselves a nice 20% chance. Theoretically. Yeah, that's back to a bomb because we didn't put in enough for it to suddenly become a figurine that we don't have. Okay, so now we're back to Stockwell. I just find this genuinely fascinating. Nice! Spiny Choo Choo. Didn't realize that was one of the new ones. Okay, but we're not going to keep doing this right now. I just wanted to show proof of concept. We've made a little progress in the story, thus we have new figurines available. So the thing we actually need to do is come over here and play with these disco tiles. Because now we have the power of 2 links. Ho ho ho. Moblins in this game are kind of a pain, because their spears, as you kind of saw there, can block attacks. This spot has some pretty decent potential for farming item drops. There are a couple of things we can get later on that might make it more efficient. Hello, I am Percy, Poet Laureate of Hyrule. And you are Link. Oh no, the pleasure is mine. I travel all over the realm, writing verse wherever I go. But here I am, returning after a long absence, only to find the road blocked. It wouldn't feel like such a waste if I hadn't lost half of my kinstone. When misfortune rains down upon my head, it pours in torrents. I think I may have dropped it in the inn I stayed at last night. I see no other course than to put these tragic events to verse. I see stars beyond the rainbow, but I cannot reach them. Though the stone I lost is small, large was its place in my heart. He's fun. Actually, Keatons are the same way as the Moblins. This is suspicious. And I totally don't just say that because I've played this game a dozen times. Fairy Fountain. We already have a captive, so we'll keep going, but it's good to know that there's a fairy fountain here. Okay, we can't go further down that way yet. Well, we can go further down that way, but there are some effects from going down that way. What I'm curious about is whether being able to access Pierre... Nope. Okay. I think we have to reach the next story checkpoint. You know, advance the plot a little bit more. Eh? What a strange feeling. I sensed something from the castle's direction. Or was it just me? Who's there? What? Vati? How do you get in here? Oh, what are you doing? It looks like you're all here. Very well. The King of Hyrule has words for you. You all know of the power the Picori gave to mankind, do you not? The golden light force of limitless magical power. I want it. It is somewhere here in Hyrule. Go now and bring me this power. Waste no time. Go forth at once and bring me the light force. Fling anyone who refuses into the dungeon. Him and his family, too. I will tolerate no disobedience. Now, search high and low throughout the lands of Hyrule. Maybe it's just the wind, but I hope nothing bad has happened. Anyway, we need to look for the next element. The map says it should be around here somewhere. Okay. Proof of concept. The Keaton's daggers can block attacks. Actually, pretty much any bladed weapon that an enemy carries can block your sword attacks. Huh. I didn't realize that would kill the crow. Yeah, back here. A lot of the enemies have very similar designs to Wind Waker. That's definitely where the biggest inspiration comes from. Also look, naturally occurring ground stew. This is the Castor Wilds. It's a nasty, dank place filled with swampland and mire. We know there's an element waiting for us somewhere in here, so in we go. Come on, Link, into the muck with us. I don't think we can walk fast enough to cross this swamp. We're going to have to find some way to get across safely. Also, I feel like the ideal Eslo voice is... I feel like the ideal Eslo voice is like a slightly higher pitched Gilbert Gottfried, but I cannot do a Gilbert Gottfried voice without absolutely obliterating my throat. It's going great. I just drowned in a swamp. I planted a bean near my house, but it just doesn't want to grow. Well, you don't have any shiny rocks, so I can't do anything for you. Let's check a couple of things. Did we actually get... Yes, we did. This is a fairy fountain, so let's go ahead and heal up. Am I a joke to you? There we go. Don't get any ideas. Actually, we can go ahead and make our way down this way. I think that plot advancement will mean... Yep, it's ya boy. A green cap and green clothes. Are you perhaps a fairy? I knew it! I knew it! Tingle wants to be a fairy too! Actually, Tingle has some kinstones, you know. And I've given kinstones to my brothers, too. If you confuse kinstones with me and each of my brothers, well, I don't want to give it away, but you'll get something very, very, very good. Good luck, Mr. Fairy. Oh, no, no, no. Why, you still have 79 kinstones left to fuse. We've only just begun. The road is long, Mr. Fairy. So, Tingle sure is the Zelda character of all time. They fit perfectly. At last, Tingle can turn into a fairy too. So, Tingle here will tell us how many Kinstone fusions we have left. If we had 79 left before we fused with him, I think that means we missed one possible fusion before. Also, that's a fair answer. Finally, the perfect match means we're in for some spectacular good luck. I am still forced to confront the fact that I have exactly one well-meaning father figure voice. Anyway, this gives us a second bottle. I was really hoping that was going to have slightly more effect than that. Let's see, where else might we be able to use some Kinstones? Ah. Farmers are out. I love working in my garden. It makes me feel so close to nature. And sometimes, just sometimes, I dig up a Kinstone from the ground. What's up there, bud? You saying you want to match Kinstone pieces? Sure do, Eenie. There was actually a bug in specifically the European release of Minish Cap, where if you entered that Kinstone fusion and didn't have the right Kinstone, and thus had to back out, you wouldn't be able to do it. I feel so much stronger now. Here we go. Ooh, it's about time. Looking good, though. I'm going in. Gorons. Well, look at that. A perfect fit. Rock, rock, rock and roll. Want to fuse Kinstone pieces? Yeah, rock and roll. Thanks, Minnie. Are you aware that you're a palette swap? Oh gosh darn it. It's like a chip off the old rock. Oh, rock and roll. I feel like I'm dealing with Monty. I don't want to talk about it. So, unfortunately, we can't get in there quite yet. But when we can, oh ho ho. That's true. Of course there's no light force here. What was I thinking? Stupid, stupid. Oh, come on, buddy. You're doing your best. I mean, it's not your fault that the king definitely got body snatched by an evil wizard. Pardon the distraction. The inn's open for business now. They're giving away a special gift to everyone who stays there. And actually, that allows us to access these three. So, we need to find a nice quiet place where we can settle down. It's so nice to be here at last, and such a big town it is. Staying in this inn forever would start to be a bother. So, if you don't recognize these three, then you haven't played or seen the Oracle games. As a shout out to the other Capcom-developed Zelda games, Din, Nehru, and Furore are present here. They actually have a side quest associated, which we'll get to later, because I don't think we can do it yet. But there's kind of an interesting development Easter egg involved. So, we can talk over that one once we're actually able to do this side quest. Yay! Yay! Hey, wait up! You want to fuse kinstones? Let's do it! Here you go, Candy. I promise we do actually need to be in Hyrule Castle Town now. I'm not completely meandering around and refusing to make any progress. Though, I will unapologetically say, wait, that I'm just gonna play this and have fun. So, you know, oh, nice. I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing at the moment. That may or may not be anything productive. Hey, what do you know about that Light Force stuff? People are saying it's some kind of treasure that can grant you any wish. Anyway, now the king's in a big huff trying to find it. Strange, though. He never struck me as the greedy type before. It's almost like he's a different person now. Anyway. Nothing we can do about that. Seems you really get what you pay for here. Hi there, and welcome to the Happy Hearth. Need a rest kit? Well, we can take care of that and even throw in a present to boot. So, we can stay at any one of the 3 rooms here. Let's go with the 200 rupee room. Yes, sir. 200 rupees get you a regular room. All payment up front, please. Thanks. Enjoy your stay. So that does heal us, though that's expensive for healing. But we also get a guaranteed blue kinstone from that chest. As you might expect, the 50 rupee room gives you a green kinstone, and the 400 rupee room gives you a red kinstone. Oh, now, you don't want to stay? Well, come again. And no, we can't just go into the other rooms and get treasure from them. And the treasure chests are only full when we've actually paid for a room. What's that? You looking for something? Some kind of light force? Okay, that house is empty. Must deliver the mail. Hey, that's a Kinstone piece. Hey, postman. Really wish I could do more to help people. Wait, I've got it. I'll ask Swiftblade to start up a newsletter for adventurers. That'll be a great way to provide a useful service for everyone. It's gonna be a lot of work, though. Should get Marcy to help me. Perfect. I can feel the super delivery power coursing through my veins. Now I return to my route refreshed. You know, I got pretty far in last year's tournament. So Light Force is some kind of treasure that can grant any wish. King must be looking for it so he can ensure peace in Hyrule. I'm sad that the festival's over. Now that everyone's gone back to their routines, it's boring around here. You may note that the general NPC dialogue does change. Hey, hey, come on up. It's got beta-carotene, people. Good for your eyes. I've never seen the king like this. He's so angry, so impatient. He's just been horrible to the guards, too. Okay, they're still not open. To tell you the truth, I'm sick of fruit, and I just plain hate veggies. Hey, hey, come on up and take a look. You're sure to see something you like. So for clearing that empty stall earlier, we have Beetle. Why, hello there. Thanks for coming by. I sell all kinds of Picolite. I just put it in your bottle and good stuff happens when you drink it. Well, that green Picolite is only for the most serious of collectors. It'll make it easier for you to find mysterious shells. Care to buy it? So Picolite is interesting. Right now, Beetle has green Picolite for mysterious shells, white Picolite for kinstones, and red Picolite for hearts. Now, you may remember the barrel house in Minish Woods, or in the Minish Village specifically, and its Pico blooms. Currently, the 3 that are blooming are red, green, and white. If we continue to help out that Minish and his Picolite research, or Pico Bloom research, we'll unlock more colors of Picolite with different effects. So that's definitely worth doing, and we're gonna check that out as soon as we can. This is my special time. Just me and a cup of joe. I feel that. Seems the king has commanded all the guards to search for magic power. Folks say this light force will grant any wish, but I don't buy it. Welcome. Nice to see you. You can get special items by fusing kinstone pieces. Don't miss out on the opportunity. I have never been able to interpret this man's sprite. Everyone's so relaxed here. That's a good thing. Okay, your dialogue hasn't changed. Cheers! Yay! Cheers! Raise your milk for a toast. Can't we just have the same thing for dinner tonight that we had last night? I mean, y'all heard of leftovers? It's revolutionary. You can cook once, and then reheat the same thing and have it for dinner several nights in a row. And then you don't have to cook more. Great. I can't believe we've witnessed a death. And so look, who do we report this to? According to the map, we'll need to cross Castor Wilds. The unexplored region is where we must go to find the next element. Thanks, buddy. Okay, anyway. Shoes are gone. Bro knocked the shoes off his desk so we can actually get up here now. Hey, you're Link, right? You're the one who brought the sword to Master Malari. You're on a quest to help the princess, aren't you? I wish I could go on a quest, but then who'd make Rem's shoes for him? Oh, you need Pegasus boots? Why, you're just in time. We made a pair just now while Rem was sleeping. We don't think we can put the finishing touches on them. That sleepyhead Rem is nearly impossible to wake up. If you want to wake him, you'll need to get an item from Syrup's hut. It's a little bit of a trek, but we'll mark it on your map for you. That is in that northern part of the Minish Woods that we haven't been able to get to yet. My throat's kind of dry. I think I'm dealing with some congestion from allergies. I'm out of my allergy medicine right now. So, I'll leave this building so you don't have to listen to him snoring. Just have Happy Town theme. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my water. Okay, and we are back. Got more water, got some tea. We're in good shape. We're also in the postman's way. I could try and figure out if there's a way that I can... Hello, I'm in the way again. I should figure out if there's a way that I can send messages to actually show up on stream. Because frankly, I don't have any desire to put chat on screen while I'm streaming. I would want substantially more moderation if I was going to do that. What a pain. And I was thinking of going into town to sell Longbon milk. I lost my key and I can't get inside, and the spare key's inside the house. It's town. I don't think I've ever seen a beetle come out of one of those pots before. But hey. Oh, I guess we can't use the key from the... Can we not just open the door from the inside? Wait. That's a spot that I always like to equip the Cane of Pachi and the Gust Jar, because I can actually get done everything I want to without my sword equipped. Hello, hi, I broke into your house and borrowed your key for you. Oh, our one and only spare key. I don't know how you got this, but I can't thank you enough. Tell me your name, Sonny. Link? That's a great name. If you ever need to go to Lake Hylia, feel free to cut through our house. Thank you very much, Link. Come visit us again. I do like the fact that, the noise that plays when you talk to Malon is Epona's song. True. There are a few exciting things we can get from this. First of all, we can finally get the maximum-sized wallet. Tranquil. And those cows look so delicious. Haslo? Gonna be real, I kind of assumed that Minish were, like, vegetarian. So this is one of the only, like, really hidden walls in this game. And we can't even do anything with what's in here yet. But at least now that's blown open. But boy howdy do we have another Tingle brother. Oh, Mr. Fairy. Hello. My brother Tingle's always telling us about you. He says he owes a lot to you fairies, and I know he'd want me to thank you. In fact, he gave me some kinstone pieces that you might want to fuse. What do you say? Want to try it? Yep, thanks, Ankle. Fit perfectly. Why, I can see my brother's smiling face. Oh, I didn't realize that they could tell you how many you had left, too. Can't do anything else there yet. Good. However, we can push that, so we don't have to cut through their house anymore. You know, appreciate the hospitality and all, but I would rather avoid cutting through people's houses. Snag ourselves a shiny object. Unfortunately, you can't roll attack when you're small. I've never quite understood that overhanging basin with water in it. I mean, it's convenient that it fills the trough for the cows, but... I like that Lake Hylia arbitrarily has turquoise grass. Oh boy, would you look at that, we can fly over to the Goron place. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is one solid wall. I'm gonna need a few friends to give me a hand. Okay, cool, but you got any shiny rocks? It's been a long time since the last time I visited Hyrule. I think I'll set up a little place where I can sell my kinstones. So now, that fourth stall... they fit perfectly, so that's good. That fourth stall is taken up by a Goron kinstone vendor. We've taken care of all the shortcuts in this area, so we can go over here and check. Bring whatever piece you like. The shape you like is simply a matter of personal taste, Goro. Yes, kinstones. Each one is different, Goro. This kinstone costs 50 rupees. No deal? Goro, too bad. But come again. I will always have good pieces. Sorry. Just like the... Oh, this is actually cheaper than the hotel. The one thing to note about the Goron kinstone vendor is that his shop will not restock until you have purchased all 3 kinstones that are currently there. So... if you get the blue and the green, you have to buy the red before you can get another blue or green. Oh, hello there. I'm selling creamy, nutritious Lon milk for 100 rupees per bottle. Would you like to buy some? I would, actually. Thanks so much. Remember, Lon milk is the best in all Hyrule. So we can use Lon milk. as a healing item. But Lon Milk is actually the current item of interest for Pico Bloom research. Actually, while we're down here, you actually ready to fuse Kinstones yet? No. Well, fine then. Right, I just spent 100 rupees on milk. This is fine. Also, we can cut through this way if we don't want to go through the Elder's house. Which is a nice little time save. You've heard of travelers who find a kinstone and get really lucky? Well, that's all thanks to items made by us Minish. You see, we thrive on making humans happy. It gives us energy. We only do it in secret. Yeah. I really hope... I mean... They released 4 swords on the... like, the original 4 swords on the DSi and 3DS eShop, like, 12 years ago, as a 25th anniversary thing. But it was only available for a very limited time, and then a very limited time, like, the next year. Also, see? Green, red, and white. I need milk to continue my improvements on this Pika Bloom. I wish someone would bring me some. Hey, what have you got there? Is that Lon milk? Did you bring it for me? Sure did. Wow, thanks! Now I can continue my research. Going back when this flower blossoms. I forget how far I have to go for that. Does it work if I just leave the village and come back? No. Okay, we're gonna science this. First step is go out the other way and get to the portal. We do have to go through the Elder's house to get out. Anyway, 4 swords. The DSiWare re-release did add some content that wasn't in the original. But I kind of hope that they just add the Linked Past GBA port to the Switch Online service. Okay, going back out and using the portal didn't work. But with the wireless multiplayer, or online multiplayer from that, you'd be able to play 4 swords with people even if they weren't in close proximity, which is really cool. Naturally, I'd prefer, honestly, a Switch release of Four Swords Adventures with Four Swords Anniversary Edition bundled in would be ideal. Okay, we've left Minish Woods completely. Has the flower bloomed? Because the thing is, Four Swords Adventures is one of the only Zelda games, I think the only Zelda game that anyone cares about, that has never been released on another platform. Okay, survey says flower still isn't blooming. We're gonna move on. And by move on, I mean I'm pretty sure what we need next is Mount Crennel mineral water. So we're gonna go get that, and we're gonna see if it's done by that. Because I'm genuinely curious. Sure would be nice if I would play through the game enough to unlock fast travel before meandering back and forth across creation. I thought you were talking about Four Swords Adventures for a moment. But yeah, it's almost like people don't like having the power of their cards reduced when they can't do anything about it. Anyway, yeah. Back a couple years ago, when I was streaming through a significant number of Zelda games, I mean, that's just a Four Swords remake, but it's also Triforce Heroes. Which I would be okay with. That would make Four Swords a much more interesting game. Okay, what you're describing is a little different from Four Swords, but it's also Triforce Heroes. But anyway, back to what I was saying. A few years ago, I was kind of trying to play through every game in the Zelda series again before Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom still hasn't come out. I would have had plenty of time, but I kind of stalled on Twilight Princess and just dropped it. I don't like Twilight Princess that much. But anyway, part of the issue, I think, is that I went to Twilight Princess right after I played through Four Swords Adventures again. And that roll attack keeps not working out for me on those. Four Swords Adventures is not an enjoyable game to play single player. But nobody had the stuff to play words, brain, please. Nobody had the stuff to play Four Swords Adventures multiplayer. That's not a thing. Much less, like, recording it. There are only a couple of groups that I know of that have attempted a Let's Play of Four Swords Adventures with 4 people. Super Genius was doing one for a while that kind of got indefinitely abandoned. But my understanding is that he had, like, a security camera set up to connect all the Game Boys to a recordable screen. Gosh darn it. You stupid sniper Octorok. But then the Runaway guys played through it a few years back. And okay, Kirby Air Ride Remake would also be good. I have never actually gotten to play Kirby Air Ride. Is Kirby Air Ride one of the games that you let me borrow? / hold on to indefinitely? I genuinely don't remember. But if it is, I should play it. Anyway. There's not any hard mod or anything, or yes! Yellow Pika Bloom! Look, I succeeded in growing a yellow Pika Bloom. It's all thanks to you. I'm so grateful for all your help. I'm working on my next Pika Bloom enhancement. All I need is some Mount Creno mineral water to complete it. The mountain is so far away and I don't know how to get any. Wish someone would bring me some. Well, as a matter of fact. See, the funny thing is, I already had the Zelda collection. So now I just have 2 copies of the Zelda Collector's Edition. I could play Star Fox Adventures at some point, though. Anyway, there's no hard mod or anything to I mean, that's fair. Maybe I'll do like a blind stream through of Star Fox Adventures. I think that would be funny. I don't know if I would enjoy it, but I think it'd be funny to try. Anyway, if you want me to bring that, your copy of the Zelda Collector's Edition, if I come visit, let me know. Anyway, finishing the thought real quick. Hey, look, it's that golden Octorok. Ah. Gatling Octorok. Ah. Hooray. If only it was that easy to get money in real life. Finishing the thought. There's no Game Boy Advance system modification to record footage from it. Oh no. And, you know, most games you can just emulate. Like, don't tell Nintendo I said that, but the Game Boy Advance is not a difficult console to emulate. So if you really want to record something along those lines, that's a possibility. But Four Swords Adventures... Oh no. Four Swords Adventures requires the Game Boy Advance hardware. You can't really emulate that. So the way... And it shows... RIP. It shows gameplay footage for each individual player on their Game Boy Advance screen when they go into caves or houses or things like that. So you do miss significant gameplay if you don't have the Game Boy Advance screens. Which means the optimal way to record a playthrough of Four Swords Adventures with 4 people is to hook up 5 GameCubes. Four of which have Game Boy players. It is extremely silly. Ah, welcome. Care for some of Granny's homemade blue potion? One sip and you're full of energy. Please look around. I think the blue potion is the other thing we need for the Pico Blooms. Ever heard of Granny's homemade blue potion? One sip and you're full of energy. Fill a bottle and carry it around with you. After all, it's only 60 rupees. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Come back when you need more. Ah, yes. A fine choice, my dear. That's a limited time article. One whiff and you're wide awake. That's why it's called a wake-up mushroom. Would you like to buy it for 60 rupees? Just face the sleepy snoozer and press R. That'll pop his eyes right open. Pop. Yeah, so the wake-up mushroom is just in our inventory. So anyway, the point of that whole Four Swords Adventures tangent is that it would be very much appreciated. You're gonna have to send me a screenshot of that game. Anyway. Structurally, I do have mixed feelings about Four Swords Adventures. But it's the closest they've made to a traditional Zelda game that's multiplayer. I mean, every multiplayer Zelda game has been level-based. In some capacity. You don't have any killstones for me. But Four Swords Adventures at least has longer levels that feel more involved. That's fair. The Loftwing Racing could have been a multiplayer minigame. Do we got blooms? We got blooms! We got blue! Look, I succeeded in growing a blue Pico Bloom. It's all thanks to you. I'm so grateful for all your help. Oh, you need a red potion. Okay. Well, we'll keep a hold of the blue potion for now, too. One thing that I really wanted before they kind of quietly retired Mies was a multiplayer Zelda-style exploration game on Woohoo Island. I think, as a kid who grew up in the Wii era, I got really attached to Woohoo Island as a location, but the closest that they ever got to allowing you to freely explore that island was Pilot Wings Resort on the 3DS. And honestly, I love Pilot Wings Resort. If I get a 3DS capture card, I will absolutely stream Pilot Wings Resort. But I really wanted something to allow me to just walk around on that island. You know, give me a little Zelda exploration style game or an RPG. Just something. Oh yeah, let's check the yellow and blue Picolite. So yellow Picolite makes it easier to find rupees. Blue Picolite helps you find items, which I would imagine is like bombs, arrows, things like that. I mean, once we get a bow. Spoiler alert, we're gonna get a bow. But like, it's a Zelda game. Pretty sure the only Zelda game where you don't ever get a bow. If I recall correctly, and I guarantee that I do, my boy. I think Syrup said to stand in front of a sleeping person and press R. Anyway, I think the only Zelda game where you can't get a bow is Zelda 2. And that's because Zelda 2 doesn't have any traditional items. It's also pretty much the only Zelda game without either a, well, bombs or a boomerang. Actually, I guess one of the Oracle games didn't give you a bow. Because one of them gave you a bow and the other one gave you the seed shooter. Anyway. Wakey wakey stinky mushroom. What is that terrifyingly bad smell? Wake up mushroom? I should have guessed. You woke me up. Thanks, I just remembered that I have something urgent to do. Huh? What now? There are more new shoes. You probably won't believe this, but I have a strange habit of making shoes in my sleep. You must have come here because you want some of my shoes, right? Tell you what, because you were nice enough to wake me, you can have them. Hold on a sec, though. I just want to finish this one last bit. And there we go. Here, take these. Those are my special Pegasus boots. I always thought it was weird that the sprite used for the Pegasus boots at exactly this moment is a completely different color. I have to imagine that was an earlier sprite that just didn't get properly replaced. Because I feel like the... I feel like the Pegasus boot sprite, while he was polishing it, looked a little nicer. Anyway, they're so light you'll feel like you're practically walking on air. Oh, I need to hurry up and get working on that special order. The king asked me to make some shoes for Princess Zelda, you see. Thanks for waking me up. Come back if I can ever help you with shoe problems. One thing that I believe the randomizer for Minish Cap does. I don't even know why I'm bothering to look for that light force. I doubt anything that powerful could possibly exist anyway. One thing that the Minish Cap randomizer did that I wish was in the base game is they assigned the Pegasus boots to L. As it stands, it's kind of like the Iron Boots issue in Ocarina of Time, where you have to go into the item menu and equip them. I mean, this is pretty much going to be what we have equipped at any given moment, unless we need to use another item for, like, the rest of the game. But we can also run like the wind, so let's... Yes, you have the Pegasus boots, and you seem to have more skill, too. Yes, I'm ready to train you again. So, would you like to train here? You'll now learn a new technique, the dash attack. First, equip the Pegasus boots. Second, equip your sword. Third, run like crazy. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Yeah. Yes, yes, you are my finest student. Just equip your sword and the Pegasus boots to any button you like. One must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. This is the Swift Blade Possession technique of trading. Watch this. Possession! Now, you must try it yourself. Equip the Pegasus boots and your sword and then run like crazy. Yes, fine work. You learn quickly. I'll now give you this Tiger Scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can learn again from this scroll. And again, where you can jump farther than any other. It'll be a while. But now, we've learned how to run with scissors. So that's what happens if the Keatons hit you. Alright. Percy. That's his name. I think I called him Pierre earlier. Yeah, that's not often effective against moblins. There we go. Also, because you can get the Rock Breaker and the dash attack so close together, I pretty frequently just get them both at the same time. So it's always funny to watch the automatic demonstration just dash through the pots. Oh, perfect, they fit! That's it, I've got it now, the perfect verse. Apart or whole, these two are one. Two lost and broken halves, like me and my beloved. Yeah, bud? Oh dear. Link, won't you listen to my verse? When I finally returned to my home, sweet home, a stranger was there. I'm an extremely shy person, and I just can't talk to someone I don't know. So I had to put my feelings to verse. While I was gone, did you break in to practice your thieving art? Even if you rob my home, you can never steal my heart. Why did you need to get a room at the inn? You live a 10-minute walk from the town. Whatever. A dark room settles my soul, I say. Do not turn on the lights, I say. She seems like a trustworthy individual. Sorry, Percy. Okay. For some reason I thought that we could get a little bit of a speed advantage if we did a roll attack. Okay, to be fair, when you're playing a game where retreating is a built-in game mechanic, you start causing problems on purpose and people are gonna start backing out. Let's see. In this completely inconspicuous room, in this completely inconspicuous, naturally occurring ground stew cave. So a guardian is protecting the treasure. Take care while fighting it. We have what is one of my favorite enemies in the series. This is the Dark Nut. I don't know why it was localized that way, but that's kind of just been the thing. They always drop kinstones. Also, hey, we got our first gold kinstone. Neat. Now, one thing I'll grant is that the top-down Zelda games rarely have the same depth of combat mechanics compared to the 3D Zelda games. So, fighting a Dark Nut in Minish Cap isn't quite as bombastic as fighting a Dark Nut in Wind Waker, for instance. Kinstones are one of the major collectibles in Minish Cap. You can fuse kinstones with NPCs, and it'll cause something to happen elsewhere in the world. The gold kinstones specifically are required for story progression. I got a couple more hearts. Hey there, friendo. You fool. I want to say arrows, but you don't have a bow. Come back later. Here, have a kinstone. So by matching these kinstone pieces together, we cause something to happen. In this case, we're removing some of those brambles from a tree in Minish Woods. Some of them are side quests, some of them just give you access to a treasure. It varies. At this point, we've got a little over a quarter of the required of the kinstone fusions in the game. Now that's one nasty looking statue. That eye has such an evil glower to it. I've always thought this was kind of funny. There's just this weird border that we can stand on between the water and the swamp. Let's see. Just as you'd expect, we can't use the Pegasus boots when we're tiny. So, no crossing the swamp for us. You'd actually think it might be easier to cross the swamp when we were tiny, though. I mean, with how much smaller and how much lower pressure we'd be putting on the surface. Consume food. Sustain self. You know what? Just... Pasta qualifies as sustenance. There we go. Hey, would you look at that? It's a bow. Right, I'm gonna need the gust jar for this. That's fair. Do you have cheese or anything? Anything that you could put in the pasta as well? Cheese might not be the best source of protein, but it's at least something. This is a Zelda game. We know what to do when we see an eye. One thing that I'm particularly fond of with Minish Cap's arrows is that you can strafe if you hold the button. It's so nice. It's one of my favorite implementations of the bow and arrow in a top-down Zelda game. That cyclone, we can actually get over this water. There's all sorts of Minish stuff going on over here, but we can't do any of it right now. Oh. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that the snakes wouldn't be able to fall in. Also, you know, before we go desecrate a grave, or, you know, while we go desecrate a grave, why would you bury someone in a swamp? Though my body may perish, I am still the true Master Swordsman of Hyrule. Swiftblade the First, Spirit of the Swordsman. If you train with me, I will teach you skills that are out of this world. It seems you're not yet ready to train with me. Come back when you have all 7 Tiger Scrolls. Yes, sir. Got ourselves a Wind Crest here. Or, I mean, a mysterious symbol that I have no prior knowledge about. Those statues are also some of my favorite enemies to fight. I mean, they're not quite as interesting as the Dark Nuts, but it's still kind of fun to lead them around an area and shoot arrows at them. There's our second gold kinstone. I didn't actually go over there and show it, but there are 3 statues over here, all of which want to fuse kinstones. So, we need 1 more gold kinstone. Now let's see. Yeah. That was weird. Those statues almost always drop arrows, so you're not at too much risk of running out, which is appreciated. A treasure chest. So Rupee likes. I don't believe that I got caught by the one in the Cave of Flames, but they're a huge pain. Particularly those, because the color of rupee that they imitate is the amount of money that they drain every time they hurt you. So those red rupee likes drain 20 rupees per hit. if you can kill them pretty quick, you don't have to deal with, or you'll usually get the money back. But they are nasty to try to get around if you're not careful. That's pretty much everything we can do in Castor Wilds for right now. I think I'll probably wrap up when we get to the next dungeon. Because it is late. Yeah, it's almost 1 in the morning. I do have to work tomorrow. I mean, my schedule is flexible, but, you know, I like to try to sleep at a half-reasonable time. Goldkin stones, as you'd probably expect, are completely unique. So, well, there are a couple of exceptions later on where you need to fuse a lot of Goldkin stones. And a couple of them are duplicates. I really like the Wind Ruins theme. Also, say hello to Armos. I also really like Armos in this game. These soldier statues here were built by the Minish ages ago to help humans. It's kind of a secret, but there's a switch inside that turns them on or off. So this section is so cool. Because you can climb up the shield and flip the little activation switch, and now it'll move. And then you can fight it and get it out of your way. It's so cool. And it's one of the only times in the game that they give you an enemy that you have to deal with in both Minish and regular size form. I mean, it would be annoying if you had to go to a portal every time you wanted to fight a common enemy. There's something interesting about this screen in particular. And just proof of concept, we cannot get past the Armos if it's deactivated. I'm gonna let the portal play out. The grass doesn't grow back. This is, I think, the only screen in the game where you can actually cut grass and make shortcuts for yourself as a Minish. Now, given that they use thick grass as a barrier for Minish form. I get why that doesn't happen more. But again, I feel like the Wind Ruins has some of the best use of the Minish mechanic. Like, look at this. This one is active and just zooms over to block that area. That could have gone better. If we fight all three of these, we don't have to, but it does open the way to those couple of chests. With some shells and some money. Two. Anyway, this one, we have to come turn off. I love this area so much. As much as I love the Minish, shrinking and growing mechanic in general, it frequently gets relegated to set dressing, essentially. Those spiked beetles get way more freaked out now that we can just break their rocks. Anyway, the Minish mechanic frequently gets reduced to just set dressing, effectively. Because you go into an area that's Minish-sized and it switches to a much more zoomed-in perspective on, the Minish eye view of where something, or what the area looks like. There aren't a lot of times where you have to switch back and forth for puzzle solving in the same area. I mean, the Deepwood Shrine, for instance, is entirely Minish-sized. But in practice, that just means that it plays like a normal Zelda dungeon. So, the Wind Ruin is one of my favorite areas mechanically because of how it puts those two together. And also, the music is a more, I'd say, dreary and foreboding mix of the Castor Wilds theme and the Ocarina of Time title screen jingle and the main Zelda theme in minor keys. The Ocarina of Time thing will be relevant later, but suffice to say, it's just a cool track. It's mysterious, it's foreboding. It's so good. I have fewer opinions about the Fortress of Winds theme, but we are going to leave it here for tonight. No stream on Saturday, more than likely, because we'll just be busy. So possible Pokemon stream on Friday, depending on how busy I am then. I know it's been a while since I've done a Pokemon stream. I wanted to do that on Friday, well, on Saturday. Switch setup stuff. That's also why I didn't stream last night. But yeah, maybe Pokemon on Friday. Otherwise, Pokemon next Saturday. Let me make sure I'm not a liar. Okay. I shouldn't be a liar. The only thing that's happening next Saturday is that it is the birthday of someone that I worked with a few years ago. So, next Saturday Pokemon at the latest. Next Tuesday, most likely, more Minish Cap. And we'll go from there. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's a significantly later stream than usual, but I had the last bit of homework for the semester to wrap up. Hope to see you all next time, and I hope you have a good night. If I can get my mouse to work. Cool.